First and foremost, you get an EB3 visa. An EB3 visa comes with permanent residency, that is the green card, and you have up to 10 years to work in the United States of America, and you can renew it after every 10 years. So even before finishing your contract, that visa type gives you all the rights as any American citizen, except for one. I've received so many questions from you guys in regards to the USRN journey as a foreign educated nurse. These questions are from the YouTube videos that I've been producing on the comment section, from my messenger, from my Instagram, and just across board. These questions are from my subscribers, and I appreciate you for that. All across the world, from Peru, India, Kenya, Nigeria, you name it. I have so many questions, and you can see these are the question. I was able to print them, and I'm going to go through them and answer them to the best of my ability, and also through my personal experience as an international foreign educated nurse in the United States of America. On that note, this video will include topics around time it takes for you to relocate to the United States of America from your start preparing for Nclex all through, whether to do Nclex as a self-sponsor candidate or through an agency, the full cost of the program, and some of the basic requirements, and many more. Due to the fact that these questions are so many, like I have printed them right here, you can see them, guys. There are so many. I've summarized them, and I'm going to do this video in 2 parts. So this is going to be part 1, that is going to be the first few or many questions of this video, and then I'm going to release a second video, which is going to be a continuation. It's going to be a part 2 of the same question that I was not able to answer in part 1. And therefore, please do remember to subscribe if this is your first time in this channel, and do also remember to hit the notification bell button, so when we upload the second part of this video, you get notified so that you don't miss out and the entirety of the question. So let's get started. So question 1, I'm going to call out the names as they appear. Please, if I do a wrong pronunciation, bear with me, but I'm going to try as much as possible to pronounce your names right. The first question comes from Gabriel Telek Bihan. It says, I'm Gabriel from Ethiopia, Bachelor Science in Medical Laboratory Technology, Master Science in Medical Microbiology specialty. I want to work in my specialty, medical microbiology, in USA through one of the agencies mentioned, but I have not seen any specialty. How can I get a specialty position in the future application? To my understanding, Gabrib is asking, is he able to relocate to the United States of America as a microbiologist? Mr. Gabrib, I'm glad you've watched the video on agencies that recruit medical technologists to the United States of America. I would advise you to go ahead and apply with these agencies, 3-4 of these agencies, then tell them what your needs are. Tell them, you know, I'm a medical technologist who has specialized as a microbiologist and I want to practice in that capacity. Then they'll give you an answer. If that is possible, go ahead and start the journey. But if that is not possible, I'll highly encourage you to come to the United States as a medical laboratory technologist. Then now spread your roots and find out what it will take for you to serve as a microbiologist. Because the thing you need, and most importantly, is migrating to the United States of America, because it will open a wide range of opportunities for you. I hope that answers your question, Gabriel. To my next question from Karma Sharma. Karma Sharma says, hello Marion, I'm recently researching for the ASCP. I came across various information. So far, after doing ACP, the getting IELTS is what I learned. In which step does CGFNs come, and why is it important, and what do it actually do? Karma Sharma is trying to ask, what is the role of CGFNs in the process of becoming a medical laboratory technologist? This is what CGFNs is: an organization, international organization that does credential evaluation. So the reason why you need CGFNs, any international person, especially in healthcare coming to the United States of America, they want to evaluate evaluate your credential and make sure these credentials are in standard with the United States education or credential system. So either way, no matter which route you follow, you will always go back to CGFNs because they must ascertain that your credential and the level of education is at par for you to practice in that capacity in the United States of America. I hope that answers your question. The next question comes from James Bond Sansum 1. James Bond says, I'm Aren from Ghana and I'm saying hi to all my Ghanaian subscribers and watchers. I love you. Keep it going. Keep watching. James Bond is saying, I'm Aren from Ghana, currently in Maryland, USA. I have a social security already, trying to apply for CGFNs evaluation. Do I still need IELTS exam? Yes, you will need IELTS exam. I have had 2 or 3 persons taking Nclex after migrating to the United States of America, especially under their spousal. So their spousal was the principal member or the sponsor. They have to do the IELTS exam. Yes, you can do IELTS exam at any time. But when you're really starting CGFNs, there are those states that don't need the IELTS exam on the go. So I'm going to mention, because I know I have the same question, on which states do not need IELTS exam during your initial steps on CGFNs evaluation process. That is the CES application. So you take a note and listen to the next question, because I think I saw that question somewhere on this list. The next question comes from Yer. Yer says, hello, I am an RN looking for nursing recruiter that offers direct hire with hospital, Nclex and IELTS. Thank you so much, Yer, for this question. For this question, I have an entire video, which I'm going to leave a link on the description box, that talk about some of the agencies that directly hire nurses, and they also prepare nurses for Nclex and IELTS, and they place you to the hospital. So the hospital is going to be your employer, and these agencies are just a link between you and then the hospital, thus making it direct hire. So make sure you go to the description box and watch that video. The next question is from Online Hustle. Online Hustle says, hello Marion, is there any document I need to be notarized before I start my CGFNs? Second, do I need marriage certificate while I'm self-sponsoring my CGFNs process during application? Kindly reply on this one. Thanks. Online Hustle is asking, 1, if there's any document you need to be notarized, and 2, if you need a marriage certificate. I'll go straight ahead and say, no, you don't need a marriage certificate. CGFNs doesn't evaluate your relationship status, it evaluates your credentials. So the only thing they need from you are your credentials, which will be sent by your school and your licensing body. Number 2, I did not have any document notarized, but if you have an agent doing all this for you, you will need a document called authorization to release information. That means you as an applicant is giving this agent or this third-party person the access to your information on the CGF portal and the ability to act on your behalf thereafter. I hope that answers your question, Online Hustle. The next question comes from Prophet Emmanuel Asare Ministry. Prophet Emmanuel has, how best can I get an agency and the direct hire for sign-on bonus? Please, which direct hire give sign-on bonus? I won't answer on this directly, like which one offers higher bonuses or which one offers low bonuses or which not, because there is a rise on the need of international foreign educated nurses, not only in the United States but also in the UK. And there's so many agencies that are trying to compete and get international nurses. They are actually putting on sign-on bonus to attract nurses. It is your role as a nurse to apply to this agency as many as possible, because there are a ton of agencies. I have videos on a nursing recruitment agency, both direct hire or just recruiting agency, and I'm going to leave those links on the description box so you guys can know which these agencies are out here to help nurses migrate as international foreign educated nurses to the United States of America. Then from there, apply 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ask them what are the sign-on bonus that are available. I personally got a sign-on bonus of $3,000, so I can't say which one give the best and which one not, because when it comes to choosing an agency, your priority should not only be a sign-on bonus. You want to look at the time it takes for you to complete your contract, because for me that is most important. I complete my contract, go make that dollar outside there, because yes, it is there. So I don't know which one offers the least or the highest. That is for you to do your research. Next question comes from Tabs Tab. Tabs Tab says, thanks for great info. Which are some of the states that don't require IELTS in the initial stages? And then number 2, how do I make payment CGFNs while in Kenya? Yes, there are so many states that don't require IELTS during CES evaluation report. Right here, I'm going to leave the list of most states that don't require you to have IELTS on the initial stages. Better still, I can leave it on the description box if I have space, but most definitely look at this corner. There'll be a list of those states. And the next question, how do I make payments to CGFNs while in Kenya? 1, you can use a credit card, and 2, you can just use your Visa card. If that is not possible, this is what I'll advise people from international countries, especially from Africa. Use something called a multiple currency account. I had a multiple currency account from I&M Bank. You deposit money and then you have 5, like 6 currency in that card. So you can have your dollar account, your euro account, your pound account, and all that. And it's internationally acceptable in close to all organizations, because I self-sponsored myself. So that is what I used to pay most, if not all, of the services that I was incurring in regards to my USRN journey. Again, these currencies, Barclays Bank offer it, but I personally used I&M and their rates were good, and there is no charge for you to have that card. That is the most amazing thing, and you don't have to have an account with them. The next question comes from Mel Madiono. Mel says, thanks for sharing about that. I really appreciate it. It's really useful. I have a question. If we go to work as international nurse in the US, we only have a few months or years to work there, such as a contract. And if the contract is done, we have to go back to our country, or we have to continue our job there. That is a very good question. Mel is just trying to ask, once your contract is done as per your agency, what next, or as per your hospital? Mel, first and foremost, you get an EB3 visa. An EB3 visa comes with a permanent residency, that is the green card, and you have up to 10 years to work in the United States of America, and you can renew it after every 10 years. So after finishing your contract, let's say 2 years or 3 years, you have, even before finishing your contract, that visa type gives you all the rights as any American citizen, except for one, the right to vote. That is the only thing you don't get. So you can work anywhere at any time and at any given moment. And if you even feel your contract, like what they offered you, is not what they're presenting, and you have issues with your contract, you have that right to speak out. So you are not bound like it's a do or die thing. So yes, after finishing your contract, you are a free molecule, and after 5 years, you can become a citizen and enjoy all the rights as an American citizen. You still do it when you have an EB3 visa, that is the work-based visa, and you get your permanent resident, which is 10 years, and before then, you can become a citizen. So, all the best in your journey, Mel. The next question comes from Orinas at Orinas. Orinas says, nice content by the way. My wife did Nclex and passed in August, and did her IELTS in January and passed. But since then, our agency, which is a Devia, is not communicating at all. Even when trying to contact them, they keep saying somebody will contact you to update you. But that somebody never contacts her. To be honest, we are stressed. What do you think? Should we terminate contract and go for direct hire instead? So at Orinas, I'm sorry for your predicament. You're just trying to ask what is the way forward now that you feel your wife has passed Nclex and has passed IELTS. This is what I'll tell you. Every agency have challenges. If I'm in your shoes, I will write to this agency and give them an ultimatum, because they're not doing you a favor, neither are you doing them a favor. You guys are in a binding contract. They do their job, you do your part. So So I'll write them an email and I'll tell them, you know, I've been asking this and I've been writing emails, nobody's responding. I'm giving you guys up to 2 weeks to give me the way forward, or 3 weeks, whatever timeline you want to use. And if I don't hear from you guys, I'll be left with no option but to stay back and look for another agency. At times, people just need to be pushed a little bit around to get what you really want. So go ahead and do that if I was in your shoes. The next question is kind of a comment, not a question. Comes from Laura Maxwell. Laura Maxwell states, I don't think I will ever pass my Nclex exam. Crying emoji. I'm sorry for thinking that, Laura, because you've already owned it that you will never pass Nclex. So please remove that attitude, look for nice contents for reading, and then from there prepare for your exam. There's always a first try, second try, third try. You will pass your exam. You have to believe it. Stop putting the negative thoughts in your mind. You become what you think. The next question comes from Elizabeth Njoki. Approximately how long does the whole process take to be in the US? This is a very common question that I get. Elizabeth Njoki, thank you for asking this question on my comment section. This is a very common question I get. How long will I take to come? How long? Like, I don't have a timeline. I can't tell you you're going to take 6 months, you're going to take 7 months. The first thing I always tell people is try pass the Nclex exam. Once you've passed the Nclex exam, you do not have control over the immigration process. You cannot tell the immigration process to do their work faster. Yes, there are expedited services you can do on your immigration process, and most of these agencies do that expedited servicing, but you cannot try to tell the USCIS and the NVC to do their work faster. They use their timelines. They have to go through thorough vetting and background check for every person immigrating to the United States of America. That said and done, guys, learn to enjoy the process. There are so many factors that play a key role in your timeline to migrating to the United States of America. Mostly, if you are the lucky few, it takes 18 months from the time you start preparing for your Nclex exam, then you pass your Nclex exam on the first try to the immigration process. Again, trust the process. I've seen nurses take up to 10 years because India, their priority dates are not current, like Philippines. So guys, please enjoy the process, put the work, be patient, and soon you will be in the United States of America. The next question comes from Priya Bhatt. Priya Bhatt, hey girl, I'm from India. All my Indian subscribers and watchers, thank you, and I say hi. And please continue subscribing and sharing. Says, I have bachelor degrees from India and experience as a lab technician of 5 years. How can I get a job in the lab tech? I think I have a video on that, Miss Priya. I have agency that recruit lab technologists to the United States of America. On that video, I say what are the basic requirements that are needed and what certification you need and the process. So again, I'm going to leave the link on the description box. Do click that link, go through those agencies, start applying. Please always start with the applying 3 and up agency, and then from there see what they have to offer and then choose which work best for you. The next question comes from Angeline C. Mlanga. Angeline says, thank you for the information. Angeline, you're most welcome. Just curious, who does your hair in the United States? Good question, Angeline. Who does my hair? So there are salons, there are hair stylists that do hair in the United States of America. But once you come here, they are damn expensive. I can't deny that. But most of the time, I do my hair by myself. YouTube University has taught me that. So I do my hair. It's not the best, but if I feel like pampering myself and just feeling nice, they are stylists and they are saloons. And then we have people come from Kenya. We have Kenyans here. We have Nigerians here. We have Cameroonians here who know how to do hair. You will get how to do your hair, but it is damn expensive compared to back home. The next questions come from Ebere or Eberi. They say, hello Marian, thanks for this information. Again, you're most welcome. Which is the best state in terms of cost of living to work as a nurse? I have done my research, but I am still indecisive. I want to hear from you. This question is wide and open. It asks which is the best state. I don't know what you're looking for in terms of the best state. Personally, I considered weather because I don't like cold state. My first offer was to go in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is so cold. So I opted decided to go to Arizona, which is a desert and so hot, and I did another job in North Dakota, which was so cold. So it depends with what you're looking for. Are you looking for just money? Are you looking for security? Are you looking for education? Are you looking for weather? What are you looking for? Then from there, you can know the best state. When it comes to payment, yes, there are those states that pay high. California pays high. Arizona pays high. New York State pays high. Washington pays high. But the cost of living is also high. You can't be paid high where the cost of living is minimal. So the pay and the cost of living always marry in the United States of America. That is why we have something called minimum wage in every state. So I don't know what you're looking for, but personally, when I was in Kenya, my first goal was to get to the United States of America because I get a visa that enables me to work in any state, that gives me the same rights as a United citizen person, except for the right to vote. So I have 51 states to choose from. The next question comes from Stephanie Godwill. Stephanie Godwill states, I have searched for Nclex for the fourth time now and still failed. I guess license isn't meant for people like me. You said so, you wanna believe so, but I'm gonna say no. Nclex and license is, you are entitled for it. It is just your right. Your time is delayed, but it doesn't mean it's been denied. So if I'm you, Stephanie, I'll take a back, do self-evaluation, see on these fourth attempts, what have been my reading style, what have been my reading preparation books, like what have I been using to prepare for Nclex? How have I been reading to prepare for Nclex? Do I have anxiety when I'm going to take my exam? Because even just anxiety on that desk, you taking your exam, can lead to failure because you panic. You second guess yourself so much. So I will sit down and evaluate myself. Take a little bit of time. I see at times somebody doesn't. Nclex, they fail, and then after 1 month, they redo the exam. Some people lucky, but most of the time, there's another failure after that. So take your time, evaluate yourself, see where you need guidance, seek help. There's so many people offering Nclex preparation, then act from there. But for sure, you deserve that license. So go for it and work for it. You can take Nclex as much as you can, by the way. The next question comes from Brilliant Love. Brilliant Love stays, what happens if I have a diploma and later had a degree in nursing? What do I do then? I want to believe Brilliant Love is asking, what happens if you have two types of credentials? So they have a diploma and then they have nursing degree. This is in relation to CGFNs report. Yes, you will have to include these two certificates during your application process, and CGFNs will send for you the forms for these two, your diploma and your degree. You will go to the school that you did your diploma, give them the form for that, and then your degree school, give them the form for that. Then these will be rerouted to CGFNs, which will do your credential evaluation. So unfortunately, you have to state you have those two certifications. The next question comes from Sandy Nano. Sandy Nano, thank you so much for your question. By the way, I'm seeing so many comments and so many questions from Sandy. Thank you for being my amazing subscriber and follower. Sandy says, please, I would like to find out how long that the process takes for CGFNs. So CGFNs, the process in their website, they say 12 months after application. But this is it. That is not after application, sorry. That is after they receive all your documents. But this varies from individual to individual. It can take longer for some people. I've seen some people take up to a year, and then I've seen some people take 3 months or even less. So once they receive your credentials and everything, and on your status it reads complete, just give them time. They will work on the information. But again, the world has a way of making money. CGFNs offer expedited services at a fee. So I'll leave a link for CGFNs on CES report and some of the expedited process that they offer. But on their website, they say in 12 weeks, which is 3 months, and that varies from individual to individual. Just to add on that question, I usually tell people, once you have that thought that you want to start the Nclex RN journey, I usually advise that start your CES report so that as they process it, you prepare for your Nclex. By the time the report is out, you are midway or almost almost ready to take your exam. I hope that answers your question. The next question is from Blue Jasmine. Blue Jasmine State, do you know any agency that places nurses in New York? Yes, there's so many agencies, recruiting agencies, and even direct hire hospital and direct hire agencies that place nurses in New York. I've had some agency that will ask you which are your preferred states. So just indicate there that New York is my preferred state, and then they will look for an opportunity for you in New York under your specialty as an RN. Blue Jasmine, I hope that answers your question. Guys, this is the end of the first section of the questions that I've received on my comment section and some other media platforms of mine. I hope you guys have learned one or two things in regards to this amazing journey of becoming a USRN as an international educated nurse. On that note, I'm going to do a part 2 as promised of this video, and on that video there is more education, more question answered, and more in-depth look into the USRN journey. I'm going to leave the video right on this corner here, so do click on it and it will take you to the second section of this video, or the part 2 of the video. And if not, guys, be on the lookout on the description box or just on your notification bell button. That's why I say remember to hit on that bell button.